Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my continued playthrough of Cthulhu Death May Die, where we're playing a second scenario, this time against the Black Goat of the Woods. Now, before we get started, I want to address something. That is that, sometimes when I put a game on the table, there's games I've played a lot, and even though I'll still make, everybody will still make a few mistakes, even on games they play a lot, I oftentimes try to bring a game to the table blind, especially when it looks like it's simple on the surface. I'm going to give you an example of something that I was working through when I was looking at this scenario, trying to get ahead of it, because now that I've played a full game of it, I'm trying to reduce the amount of mistakes that I'm doing, seeing where I'm running into bumps. One thing I'll say, guys, is when I'm doing a blind playthrough, please don't become like unpleasant about that. Just it's a learning experience for all of us. I'm hoping you use that and say, okay, here's some of the pitfalls of the game. We've got to remember to do this, this, and this, right? That's the goal. That's the message. If you don't like that idea, maybe I should change the format up and make sure I've played a game a few times before I put it on the table. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to continue on with my doing blind playthroughs and trying to show you what it looks like out of the box, because maybe it's a detriment that I read a lot of rules, because maybe I get them mixed up a few times or whatever. But I read a lot of rules, and if they're not clear, I'm going to show you something that's really not clear right now, because I'm going to need your help, and I'm going to play it a certain way. I want to talk about that. It's when I realized the combination of something with the black goat in the woods and the kid. Yeah, let me show you. Okay, now we're going to go to the kid's board right now. I'm going to talk about the current state. So current state is we have two cards with the symbols on them. So we're about to have the black goat move for the first time pretty quickly, I would imagine. We have both of these two in the room here with the dark young. Good news is, so far, the black goat has not moved yet. That's pretty good. Anyway, here's the current state of the characters. See, they're not in the best shape, but they are, and they're with a monster, so I can't rest them or anything. Which is, by the way, one of the little mistakes. And I can tell you this is going to be an easy one to make when you're in a room and you take a rest action. Go, wait, there's a monster there. If there's other people playing with you, it's probably easier for them to remind you can't do that. But when you're playing by yourself and you're trying to hustle through the game and talk through... Yeah, anyway, you get the idea. I'm not going to keep explaining myself on that. Okay, anyway, here's the problem. The gate manipulation ability. If you're in the same space as a gate, monsters and cultists summoned there take wounds equal to half their health, rounded up. That all sounds great, right? Let's say we even take that up a level and give her the gate one where it's hitting the gate to the room she's in and the ones next to her. Even bigger problem, and I'll explain. I think this is an interesting problem with a modular game. But if you look at the ability of the Dark Young, if wounded but not destroyed, summon another Dark Young into the space. Well, imagine this. They have 3 health, right? So her ability triggers. Dark Young comes into her space. Her ability triggers. She does 2 damage to it because she does half rounded up, so 2 damage. That leaves 1 damage on it. Immediately summons another one. That one takes 2 damage. There's 5 models. I can't imagine the intent of this. I think it's just a bad combination. The intent of this cannot be to end up with all, 5 or 6 Dark Young on the same space killing the characters outright. So here's how I'm going to play it. I'm addressing this up front because I think this is a broken mechanic just by the sheer nature of modular gaming. I'm going to say that the Dark Young will only summon 1 other Dark Young, not to perpetuity, if that makes sense. When hit by her ability, if I'm fighting, I won't do it that way, but I think for the purposes of her ability, I'm going to say the gate can only pump out so many, because it seems broken. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you think I should be piling... Because think about it. We have a gate summoning in front of her right there. I mean, the other option is I have to be incredibly strategic and make sure she's nowhere near gates, which kind of nullifies her ability, right? So, I don't know. You tell me what you think. I think it's broke. But that's just my opinion. We'll have to see how that goes. Anyway, guys, from this point, we're going to continue with the playthrough. So thanks for watching. And again, thanks for putting up with my learning. I saw some commentary last time. I said, hey, man, you know what? I want to tell you guys, just... say what's wrong so I can talk about it, because it's a blind playthrough. That's the point of doing a blind playthrough, is to see one of the points, other than just having fun, is to show what's working, what works, what doesn't out of the box, and what you might make mistakes on. I think a lot of you probably make mistakes with the safe place issue and resting. I bet you do. You just don't catch it. So let's move on, and because I'm going to definitely try and not make that mistake now I've played a full game. And a little bit more, so I think it got myself in the groove. Let's get back to the game and continue on with Rasputin and the kid taking on the black goat of the woods. To close out that discussion, just because I'm talking about it in the commentary doesn't mean I'm offended by it, guys. Just don't worry about that. I'm a pretty thick-skinned guy. I'm not too worked up about comments. I just want to put things on the record, which means I'll be just as candid back as I'm willing to accept feedback. The only thing I won't accept on the channel is rudeness, which nobody's being rude. That's fine. But anyway, let's go on. So we're going to start with Rasputin. Rasputin is always the first player, so he's going to go. He's not too crazy yet. He's got to fight this Dark Young. Now remember, we do have to kill it in one shot, but he does have brawling, and so that's going to help him a bit. So let's get to that and see what he can do. Now we had really good luck in the last session. I didn't go back to look and edit and see what my errors were. So we're just going to continue, but we had pretty good luck. So let's see if we can have equally good luck now. Again, Rasputin has 3 dice and +1 for his brawling ability. Okay. So we're going to roll. His first action is going to be to attack the Dark Young. He has to do 3 points of damage in one shot, or it's going to summon another one. So let's make sure we do that. Well, we can make that happen through the use of stress, right? So we got 2 hits already. That's not quite enough. We got to do another hit. We're going to re-roll that one. That puts him up another stress. Uh-oh. Could be problematic. Could be problematic. Let's see. Oh, good. He has Arcane Mastery. Whew. Okay. 3 hits. That is enough to kill the Dark Young, but that did completely stress him out. So we're going to take that one off the board. That is a good thing. And he took no sanity hits or anything like that. Now, the kid is 1 level away from her triggering her codependency. So that could be problematic as well. Anyway, so for his second action, I think he's going to rest. He's not in good shape. Remember, rest, it says it right on the space. You have to be in a safe space. You can heal 3 stress. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll rest again and go 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be his whole turn. That might seem wasteful, but I need them in decent shape when they get into the next round. We're going to rush downstairs as quickly as we can if we're able to. We'll see. Anyway, that's the end of his actions. So now we're going to go to drawing his mythos card. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Oh, we're going to have the black goat trigger. That kind of sucks. So this is actually going to cause the problem I was talking about. That's interesting. Okay, so conflagration. Add 1 fire token to your space and each adjacent space. We will do that first. So fire tokens all around. We're going to have 1, 2, and 3. This place is just an inferno right now. But that's not the only thing that happens, because we did get 3 of the symbols for the black goat. That means he is going to move and take his first advance action. Okay, now it says summon a Dark Young into your gate. Now, gate manipulation. If you're in the same space as a gate, monsters of Cthulhu and cultists summoned there. So I'm going to have to assume that summoning means it's always coming out of, even though there may not be a gate there, a gate with temporary open or something. But we are in a space with a gate where we have summoned a Dark Young. So Dark Young appears in their space, right? Deal 1 wound to each figure in your space. That's both of our characters. I'm glad I healed. So we're going to take 1 and 1. Now here's where the weird fun begins, and I'm glad we're getting to see this right away. Also, can't forget to move him up a space, but let's show you the board. Now, we can interpret this one of 2 ways. It says, when the black goat advances, summon 1 Dark Young into your space. The gate manipulation ability says, if you are in the same space as a gate, monsters and cultists summon there. So it doesn't say they have to summon from the summon there, period. Take their wounds equal to half their health. So here's the thing. So this Dark Young right here would take 2 wounds, right? Skadoosh, 2 wounds. Okay. He didn't die. That means he brings another one in with him, right? Because that's what his ability is. So that one comes in. Now I could do a couple things here. I could say that one doesn't take the effects, because it says if wounded or destroyed, summon, but it uses those words summon. We're summoning in a space with a gate, right? So I'd have to say her ability triggers and hits that. Now technically would summon another, summon another, summon another. It'd be endless until we run out of miniatures, right? That can't be right. That cannot be the intent. So like I said, I'm going to summon a second one in, and I'm going to say, for the sake of balance, that the second one summoned in this way from the ability of the Dark Young does not take the damage. Does that seem fair? Because I do think I found a break in the game. And you tell me if I'm wrong, though, but I'm using the terminology they're using. Because it doesn't say if a monster is summoned from that gate. It says if you're in the same space as a gate, monsters summoned there. So that's all it says. So, and this was summoned. So this is how I'm gonna play it for now. We'll talk through it as we go. Okay. So there's 2 Dark Young in the space. All right. Let's move on. Now we have to choose investigate or fight. We can't investigate because there are monsters in our space. So we're going to have to fight. Now Rasputin. Oh wait, I did not put a fire token in their space. I owe 1 to the space as well for that card. Now the next thing that happens is before we do that, we take all the cards and shuffle them up to reform and rejuvenate the mythos deck. I guess one of the things I like about that is you can never really predict what's going to come out of the mythos card deck. I mean, you can by the types of cards in there, but not specifically because you're going to be constantly shuffling it up. Okay, there we go. All right, so the Dark Young are not really that tough. They just do a green and a black die, which isn't great. It is not terrible either. It's a little better than the cultists, but not. Well, actually, it's worse than the cultists. They can cause more sanity. They can cause more sanity damage as the Dark Young. But let's do the attack from the Dark Youngs on Rasputin. All right. Well, here we go. He does have plenty of stress to use here. Actually, the first attack from the Dark Young was a complete goose egg. I'll accept that. That's lovely. And then the second one was a complete goose egg. They do not have the ability to turn these into hits. So the 2 Dark Young attacked and missed Rasputin. That's fantastic. Now we're going to move on to the kid. I really don't want to take stress. It says if your codependent is alive but not in your space, take 2 stress. Then move either. Okay, we're not going to take the stress for codependency. So if we stay here, but we are going to. Her first action. She can't heal. She does have toughness. That's a good thing. Her first action is going to be to attack the Dark Young with the 2 health damage on it and get it killed. Not mind if her insanity triggered right here. Now, she only has 3 dice. So if I get a sanity thing, I'll probably take it. But I didn't. I got 3 hits. Man, I wish I attacked the other one first. I would have killed it outright. Anyway, that's going to kill the 1 Dark Young in our space for the first action. That was the one that had the 2 damage on it. Now there's one that has no damage on it. Do I risk it for a biscuit? She cannot. She's stressed out. She can't do anything there. I could move. I could put out the fire. I could move. Let's see. If I attack it. You know what I can do? Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. No, I mean, I don't want her. If her insanity triggers with him not in the room, I'm going to take 2 wounds. That is not good. Well, here's what we can do. No, because the Dark Young will follow us, so it doesn't really matter. I think what we'll do then, I have 2 actions. I don't want to summon another one. I can't reroll. I have no rerolls. What does she do? I could put out the fire. Let's put out the fire first as an action. Gosh, this is so crazy. Let's take a chance. Let's take a chance and hope we get lucky. Okay, come on. Oh, well, good. Actually, that could not have been a better roll. 3 hits, 3 sanity damage. Okay, we're at a threshold, so let me show you what happens here. She does manage to kill the other Dark Young in her space flat out. Now, normally, she would take 3 sanity damage, but because she's at a threshold, at a break point, you only take the 1. How cool is that, right? Okay, so she took 1 because once you hit these breakpoints, you stop. You come to a screeching halt. You deal with your current insanity. She will not take the 2 stress because she's with Rasputin. So we are good. Her codependency kicked in, but she's fine. That was her second action. I got to level her up too. Do I level up gate manipulation? See, I'm a little. This is kind of sad because I think that's her. That's a cool ability, and if I level it up, it means gates she's in and gates adjacent. But this Dark Young thing has got me bothered by that. So I think what we're going to do is level up her marksmanship this turn, and that will give her 2 dice when attacking, 2 extra green dice when attacking from a distance, and that's very valuable, so I'll take that. They're all valuable, but it would be nice to do damage on every, because if cultists were summoned into a space next to me, they'd just die, and that would be pretty awesome. But I don't want to keep spawning Dark Young over and over again, so I think maybe this is not a good character to play with the Black Goat. Didn't know that when I started. And you shouldn't have to. It should be balanced, right? But that's not balanced. Okay, so then for her third and final action, there's nobody there, so she's going to rest and go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Of course, now we have to get the Mythos deck out and see what we're going to get. Monsters in the lab. Each fire vampire and Bayaki move one space. Okay. Summon a vampire in the orange and blue. Summon a Bayaki. That's okay. I'm not going to complain about that. Hey, we're not getting stuff, though, and we're stuck in this frickin' room. Okay, so anyway, let's take those actions. The Bayaki simply moves to here. That's not a big deal. Oh, that's not correct. He moves to here. He was actually in this space. I guess he got bumped back to there. Okay, he moves into there. The fire vampire, there's no exit to this room. I saw it in another playthrough. Someone took him this way, but I don't see an exit here. So I think he goes this way. Yeah. Okay, and then we are going to summon a fire vampire and a Bayaki, right? Yep. So the fire vampire appears here in the space with the orange. So now we got two big monsters there, and the Bayaki appears in their room. Bayakis take 3 damage. So once again, it comes into the summoned area with 2 damage on it. I mean, that is a cool ability, right? And that is the end of that card. That's all. That's what it does. So that is the end of her turn. Unfortunately, instead of being able to find stuff, she has to fight again. Seems like we can't get away from that. I guess as long as we're in the room with these gates, we got to get out of there. But anyway, so she's going to fight. She's going to fight off the Bayaki. Bayaki's got the toughest hits, or ability to hit out of the monsters we have currently, which is 1 black and 2 green dice. So here's the Bayaki's dice. Well, it's not bad. Took a hit, and her toughness knocked it out. Wait, Bayaki have a special ability. When it attacks, each elder sign counts as a success. So she's got 2 hits on her. We'll take 1 hit. We'll just take it. I don't like the fact that she has no stress left. That's the end of her turn. So we've done everything. We end around. We haven't moved or anything, so that we don't have to worry about fire. We're going to go back to Rasputin. Hopefully he can attack and move. He's got to get out of that space. He's likely to kill the Bayaki, so I think what we're going to do first is we're going to attack the Bayaki there. Yeah, we'll do that and see if we can kill it. I think we can. It's going because he's got brawling. So action number 1. There's his brawling. That's his brawling die and his other dice. Remember, he can split up attacks when he's fighting, which is cool, but it doesn't help us in this scenario, this situation. Okay, so far he's got 2 hits. That is enough to kill him. I think I don't want him to take. If he takes 2 sanity, he's going to trigger. I don't want him to do that. So we're going to burn a stress. We have some to burn. I'm going to burn this one. Worse. Okay. Well, not worse. I'm going to burn it again. See if we can get nothing out. Okay, there you go. Now, I'm going to burn another one to see if I can get rid of the insanity. I did. Okay, good. Took 3 stress to get the Bayaki down, though. Okay. Here we go. Boom, Bayaki's down. Didn't take any sanity damage there. That's good. Took a lot of stress, though, so I think for his last that was his first action. His second action, he's going to heal. Get some stress back. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. And then what? I mean, I can't really attack. I could put the fire out. Maybe that's a good idea. Okay, let's see if we can put out some fire here so we can move without taking fire damage. We got a success. These don't matter, by the way, when you're putting out fire. I did look that up. You only count the successes. So you don't go insane trying to put out fire. There you go. Fire's out. Okay, and that is going to be the end of Rasputin's turn. So now we're going to go to the Mythos phase. I'm just worried we're just going to keep piling monsters in here. Got to get some movement. Okay, let's see. We're going to draw a card. Okay, Chaos in the Labs. Oh, okay, we're going to get closer to summoning again. Move the Elder One in each monster 1 space towards an undestroyed lab. Hey, that might actually be better. Closest to each of them. Summon a cultist in each damaged lab. Those are not damaged, those are destroyed, so we don't have to worry about that. There aren't any other damaged labs. Then remove 1 wound from each lab. Okay, we're good there. I think all we have to do then is I think I'll move the fire vampire here, and I guess I'll move the Bayaki here as well. They move toward the closest lab. There's choices. They could have gone downstairs too, but they go to protect that lab because they know we're coming for it. Now we could just skip that lab and not worry about it. Anyway, for once, we are in a space without enemies. We're going to get to draw a card. And I needed to do that with Rasputin so I could deal with his short-term memory loss. I don't like getting rid of good discovery cards. I want one that's not so good so I have one to get rid of. Anyway, let's see what we get here. when attacking, gain a die. If you have the skill marksmanship, if you have to gain 2 instead. Wow. Okay, furious student. He can't hurt me anymore. I have a gun. You may take 1 wound to claim either the furious student or the pistol. The furious student, you cannot have both Chester and the professor as companions, but he's got 3 health. Oh my gosh, that is a really, really good item right there. So I can take a wound to gain 3 health or the pistol. I can trade. Oh my gosh, yeah, here's what we're going to do. I wanted him to have an item. So we're taking a wound. He's going to go 1 wound. We're going to take the pistol because I'm going to give that to our marksman girl, and she's going to be badass, right? So for my second action, or actually, no, those are my actions. I can't do that. It's going to be the action of the kid to trade. Anyway, that is it. We got a pistol now. Yay! Okay, good. Finally got. That was a good move. Now, we didn't move anywhere. That was his mythos card. It's the kid's turn. So for her first action, she's going to trade. We've never done a trade before. So action 1, trade. Action 2. So she's got the pistol, and so she's going to move. Get the heck out of there. So she got the pistol. He got the pistol from the student, wrested it from him, and then attacked, and then gave her the gun. Here's the gun, kid. You're really good with marksmanship. And then she moves in there. Then she's going to shoot the fire vampire right here with the pistol. That is awesome because it's powerful for her now. She's got, remember, I upgraded her marksmanship, so her dice pool is going to be pretty significant. She shoots into that room. Of course, she gets her 3 dice. Her marksmanship gain 2 dice when attacking a target not in your space. That's what she's doing. And then the pistol, if you have marksmanship, gain 2 dice. Otherwise, you would have gained 1. Look at that dice pool. If she can't kill a fire vampire, we're in trouble. She can't kill the fire vampire. We're in trouble. Okay, so she got 2 hits. Not nearly enough. We're going to take a stress to reroll. We're not going to kill it. Unbelievable. Okay, with all those dice, we're not going to kill it. We did 3 points of damage to it. That does not kill the fire vampire. Go figure, right? And she can't do it anymore because she's out of stress. So 3 points go to the fire vampire. I mean, that was a bit of bad luck. All those dice missed completely. Or did not kill it. Didn't miss. Had to stress out. Bad news. Alright, end of round for her. Let's go draw her mythos cards. That was all 3 of her actions. Now, she moved into that fire space, so she doesn't take the fire damage until she moves out of it. Okay, let's draw our mythos card and see what we get. Oh, it's another. We're 1 more away from summoning the black goat. Each dark young moves 2. We don't have 1 on the board. Summon a dark young at the orange. Oh my god, really? Okay. Well, so we know how this goes because this has been problematic, right? Summon a dark young in here. It takes 2 damage. And then, like I said, based on this, I think it's a broken mechanic. I really, really do. So I'm just going to summon a second dark young in. Its ability triggers and it doesn't take damage. I think it's the fairest way to do it. So there's 2 that appear right there in front of her, because that's the nature of her ability. So that's that. Alright, both a blessing and a curse, I suppose. She's super stressed out, so she can't stop the hits coming from the 2 dark young, really. They don't. Luckily, they're not heavy hitters. Well, unless they do that. Actually, this is 1 hit, so she took a hit and a sanity, so I'll do that. She's got 2. She can't take much more of that. Luckily, there's only 1 there, so it's not going to kill her even if it hits twice. And it missed. Okay, good. So that's the end of her round. Now we're going to go with Rasputin again. At least we're getting a chance. We're not really getting to move far, because I could move down the basement and take these clowns with me. Get farther away from the fire vampire and the Bayaki, but I was going to go in there and kill that, destroy that lab. I just think maybe going downstairs is better. Because we got to move. Got to get down there anyway, right? So he can move 1. The question of the day is, does he keep moving and go down into the basement to where the lab is? Because brawling does give him the ability to hit multiple targets, but that's risky. This is his first action. If he goes down here, he'll have 2 actions left. He's going to do it. So he is going to move down into here. These 2 are going. This one with the damage, and this one are going to follow him. He gets a fire token because of the space he's in. He left, and he's down there with that and the cultists. Now he's going to use his action, his next action, to brawl. That's going to give him his 3 dice plus 1. Okay, first action, See if you can kill one of these dark young with the damage. Wow, he did. He got 2, so this one doesn't count because he only got 1 level of Arcane Mastery. It takes 2 sanity. Do I want to burn any stress on this? That will trigger his ability. He will lose his brawling. He can get it back. Because I'll lose Margot, the feral student. Kind of bites. If I re-roll one of those, let's re-roll one, see if we can get rid of this one. And we did. Got another hit. So that kills that one outright, but we're one step closer, and I got 2 stress left to fight with. And then this goes. He is gone from the table. That is another one down. Now, do I want to take on the Dark Young or kill the cultist? I think the Dark... I have 4 dice. I have a good chance of killing the Dark Young. But the kid can fire down in the basement and kill them like crazy and then move down in, assuming we don't have monsters move into our space. Again, I'm trying to get out of the place with the gates right now too, which will be helpful. So I think the Dark Young doesn't do as much damage. I think we'll take out... Let's take out the Dark Young. We'll take a hit from the cultist if we need to. Have stress. We can work this out. We can. Okay, good. This is good. So 1, 2, 3. Sorry, that was just a 3. We have enough there. It was that one, right? Yeah. We have enough there. I think actually we have this one too. I think that's what that was. I toppled. Let me go back just a sec. Yeah, so we're going to burn a stress. That puts him 1 away from max. And reroll this, see if we can get rid of that. We did not. He'll go again. He'll burn all his stress in there. Okay, so we killed it. That is a good thing. That is destroyed, and we're in the space with the lab. Now, I'm going to take a hit from the cultist, and I'm all stressed out. The fire vampire might move, but that's okay. That's the end of his actions. That was all 3 actions. So right now we're going to go to his mythos card phase. Okay, let's see what we get. Students go mad. If you have any student companion, discard 1 student and summon 1 cultist in your space. I do, unfortunately, have a student. I have Margot, the feral student, which was giving me my ability, which means now I did want to trigger my insanity and get rid of her, but that didn't work out well. Timing was bad on that. Okay, so Margot goes away. That means that there is now another cultist in our space, but that was actually not that bad of a card. Even though he's going to take a couple hits from the cultists, right? So let's move on from there. We're going to take the hits now. So it's investigator fight. We're going to fight. Okay, so the cultists do 2 green dice. So the first one is going to hit him. And wow, does 2 hits. He cannot mitigate. This is bad. I think he's going to suffer his first death. So let me look at it. This sucks. Boom, boom. So he's got only 1 hit left to take. Let's hope the other guy misses. So not ready to use that ability. Come on, miss. Nope, he hits once. I do not have anything to mitigate or stop that. Completely stressed out. So in an attempt to not hit that level cap, oh, by the way, this goes down because of Margot's gone, we have died. So that sucks. So the good news is that's okay for us. Bad news is, and I'm just going to use a fire token right here to show that this has been used. 1 free death if you would die from wounds. Instead, return to life with full health. So we are returned to life with full health, but we have used that ability, and that's it, unless we level it up. But then he also has to deal with the fire. Let's see what he gets here. Hit, of course. Can't stop it, so he takes the fire damage. Fire goes away. Man, I roll complete whiffs trying to kill a Bayaki or the fire vampire, and yet I can't hit. These guys hit like gangbusters. Okay, we're back to the kid now. That ends his turn, and yeah, that's again that's the end of his turn. Just gotta get rid of the fire token there. The kid, actually, she had a fire token on her too. No, she didn't. She moved in there. She hasn't moved out yet. All right, she is going to take a shot. Let me show you. Don't see where it says that you can't use your abilities across stairs. Like I'm looking to see if I cannot success. Some maps have staircase tunnels. You may move from space to space. Spaces linked are considered adjacent. So I think she can shoot down the stairs. I don't see why not. And she is, because she's going to get a boatload of dice to kill some cultists. So she gets her 3 dice, of course. She is got her leveled up marksmanship and her pistol. Whoosh! Kill a cultist. Too bad she can't spread them out. That would be awesome. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits right there, and a sanity damage. She'll just take the sanity damage. She's got too much stress already. We killed one of the cultists. Just gadoosh, it's dead. She will do that again. Okay, I mean, there's a little bit of a risk here, but I want to keep moving. So she wants to clear that and then move. Okay, well, she killed it. She took another sanity damage I can't prevent. She's almost 1 level away from triggering her insanity again, but that's not a bad thing, because her 3rd and final action, she's going to move down with Rasputin. And she gets there just in time to see this guy collapse and die. Oh, okay. So she moves down there. She does get a fire token, which you're going to have to resolve right now. And since it's after her mythos card, and then we're going to go draw her mythos card. That's the end of her actions. We're getting there. We destroy that, and the next one, we got the black goat on the ropes. Well, theoretically. He's about to move again. He's only moved once so far, so we're doing okay. Alright. Let's see, we get, with 1,000 young, if there are 3 or more dark young within a space, nope. At the end of their turn, advance the black goat on the track. Okay, so far that is about the best, that's the weakest and coolest card there, because that rarely ever happens. Okay. We would fight or investigate. There's no monsters in her space now, so she gets to investigate. Let's see what she gets. A guilty conscience. Oh, she's got no stress, so she's going to take the guilty conscience. Who's a good boy? You may claim 2 stress. Take 2 stress to claim the dog. Man, he's really good too. If you do not claim a guilty conscience. Okay, we got the guilty conscience because we didn't save the dog. So I didn't have any stress. I didn't heal. Okay, that's it for her. That's a bummer. So we got a guilty conscience now. It's going to come back to haunt us, I'm sure. Okay, and that is going to be not the end of her turn, because we have to deal with the fire at the end of turn. Resolve end of turn stuff. Okay. Get rid of that. Roll that one. And she takes a health damage, so she's now hurting. But we have no enemies in our space, and her fire token goes away. Okay. We're back around to Rasputin. Well, what is he going to do? He's going to... Man, I know that lab is going to damage us. So I think what he's going to do is take an action to move. Yeah, he's going to move into here. Yep, there's a fire vampire there. And his second action will then be to... Oh, he gains a fire token in doing so. His second action... Wait. His first action before he leaves there is going to be to heal some stress. So he's going to heal 3 stress. Okay. Then he's going to move. Then he's going to attack the fire vampire. He's got 4 dice. He may not kill it, but he might get close. Let's give it a go. Now they can heal up and work on both labs. Let's see what we got going on here. Well, 2 hits on the fire vampire is not going to kill it, and he gets sanity. I have a stress. I will re-roll this die. That's 3 hits. Sorry, 3 hits and a sanity damage. That will trigger his ability, but that's perfect timing for it. He will stress again to see if we can kill this thing flat out. And he does. Okay, so we kill the fire vampire. This was, okay, healed, moved, attacked. This is going to be his last action. But that's good. We still have a stress left, and it's going to die. So that is a good thing. All right, but we also triggered his ability. This was a good time for that to happen, because it says, if you're at full stress, heal all your stress. So we don't. And discard a discovery card. If you're not at full stress, take 1 stress. Okay, so we're going to take our final stress from this card. It is what it is. But we get to level up. So I think we should level up our we should level up our unkillable. Let's do that. Okay, we leveled up unkillable. That means we have 1 more death. Oh, that's right. I took the fire token. We have 1 more death we can do. We've already died once. I'm going to again just keep this here to show that we've done that. Okay, let's move on. We did remove that guy. He is gone. He's kaput. Okay, let's go do our mythos phase. I think his unkillable is pretty important. Anyway, all right. Okay, conflagration. Oh, we've seen this one before. We're going to add, and the black goat's going to do his thing. So we're going to add 1 fire token to your space and to each adjacent space. So we'll do that. At least, and we will have monsters come into play now. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we get 1 2, 3. No, that's not adjacent. It has no door. I don't think it counts, but this one does. Okay, there we go. All right, because that's one big room there. Okay, so there we go. We added that, and then unfortunately that was 3 of these cards. Bummer. So we are going to trigger the black goat to move again. Let's go down to the board there. Okay, well here he goes, and it says again, when the black goat advances, summon one dark, one young, to your space. So I'm going to summon one to our space. And deal 1 damage. So he's going to take a hit. It comes crashing down on him, attacks him. He's right there. He's fine. No problem. But he does take a hit. He's not in the best shape right now. Then we shuffle up. Got two movements of the dark god before or the black goat before he comes onto the board, or if we summon him early, which we probably will. We get lucky. We're going to get lucky right now because the kid is going to heal. Yeah, I did take the damage from it. Yeah, okay. All right, good move. I did roll for the damage on the fire, by the way, that was on her, and she took that hit. That's why she's really close to dying. So she's going to definitely have to rest. It is her turn. That's good. So she's going to take her turn. The first thing she's going to do is heal. 1, 2, 3. She's probably going to heal twice. This is bad. She could shoot. You know what she could do is shoot the... oh wait, no, that's not an attack action. I was thinking of the destroy equipment action, but it's not an attack action. So I think there's no gate where she's at. So she's going to heal again. 1, 2, 3. So she's in good shape there. That was her second action. Her third action will then be to attack the lab in her space. Okay, so now she's in her space. She gets 3, but she gets nothing because for her marksmanship because it's in her... Well, it's not an attack. She just gets 3. So let's see what she does. Okay, she got 3 hits on it and an insanity, which is going to trigger her ability. This is not great because she's not with... Well, it's not terrible. Actually, this is not that bad, really. Well, it kind of is. Ooh, do I want to reroll? She's going to take a stress. I know that's damage, but I want to reroll that. Got the exact same thing. Okay, she'll take another stress. I don't want to go past this if we don't do it. Okay, so she took 2 hits to the lab. I'll take that rather than trigger her insanity at the moment. So the lab has 2 hits on it. We'll just put 2 points on the lab there. And now we draw her mythos card. Now if we get lucky, I didn't know how well I shuffled this. If we get really lucky, then maybe she can get some more equipment or something in that space. That'd be awesome. Okay, see what she gets. Conflict, really? Okay. Well, we're going to put out a bunch of fire again. She's going to have to do some fire extinguishing, that's for sure. So we put out a token here, put out a token here, and one goes upstairs in the upper room, and that's that. Those are the adjacent spaces. Okay. Good news is she ended up in a space with no monsters again, so she's going to get to do a discovery card. Let's hope it's a good one. She's got some stress. She can take some things. This cage contains a one-handed lab monkey. It looks at you cunningly. If you have a guilty conscience, take 1 stress. Or heal all your stress and claim the guilty conscience. So if you have a guilty conscience, it says one-handed monkey. Discard this card to give one of your items to an investigator anywhere. So, or if you have, I don't think I have a choice. I have to do this. If you have, you may claim the lab monkey. Might as well, because I'm going to have to do this. If you have a guilty conscience, or claim the lab monkey, or heal all your stress and claim a guilty conscience. Why don't we do that? That means we're in the same space. So we take a stress for the guilty conscience, but we get rid of it and replace it with this one, but heal all of our stress. That seems like a good way to go. So now we have no stress. That lab monkey is not going to do us very good because of codependency. We need to stay in her space, in the space with Rasputin, though we haven't. So that's going to come back to bite us pretty soon if we don't do something. So we're 1 away from our next event trigger for her. So we'll see. There aren't any other end of turn effects. We haven't picked up any fire. So we're going to go on to Rasputin, who's going to first attack the dark young that's with him. He's fully stressed out, so it's not good, not a good thing, but we're going to get 4 dice to roll. So we get there. Okay, well, that's 4 hits. That's enough to kill it for sure, but he does take another insanity, so that's okay. That doesn't hurt him that bad. Let's. He's basically a couple away from his next insanity level. We did kill this guy right here. That is a good thing. Okay. Next up, I think we're going. There's no monsters there, so we're going to take an action to rest. That'll give us 3 stress back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I did that. I got him stressed back off camera. Then we're going to use our 4th action to attack the lab. It would be nice to clear this fire out, though, wouldn't it? But we're not going to, at least not this turn. So let's roll this. That was terrible. Might as well use some stress to get rid of this. Let's do this one. That's worse. Again, we're not going to do much here. I don't want to take sanity and nothing. Wow. Let's just say we did nothing. 3rd action, goose egg on the lab. Okay, there it is. Yeah, sometimes he shines and sometimes he sucks. Let's see what we get here. Oh wait, yeah, okay, we're good. Dark Young Strike. Each Dark Young moves 2 spaces. Summon a Dark Young to this space. Okay, that's good. So though we have another thing towards summoning, which isn't good. He comes up here, there. He does not move. That's good. So it just pops there. Because I haven't upgraded the gate manipulation, it doesn't do any damage to it. We don't summon any extras, so that's okay. Hey, Rasputin's in a place where he does not have an enemy in his space. He gets to actually investigate. The thing about this is a lot of these take 2 stress to do something. He's only got 1, so it usually sucks. Okay, the beaker. Clutter. You find hard to find anything in this mess. You may take 1 stress to claim the beaker. You may discard this card to deal wounds to all lab figures either in your space, including you, or in an adjacent space. Each target takes wounds equal to the number of fire tokens in the... Ooh. Okay, well, he takes that for stress. That means he's fully stressed out. But he got an item, and that is going to be the end of his... Oh, now, I'm sorry, did I... No, it's got his mythos card. We did the Dark Young. Yeah, okay, so that's the end of his turn. We're okay there. That's it. No other effects to resolve. Okay, we're back around to the girl. She is simply going to attack the... she's in good shape. She's simply going to attack the lab. See if we can get that destroyed. Well, we will, but I don't want to take... Don't know if I want to take 2 stress doing it. So we'll take... Or 2 sanity doing it. So we'll take that. We'll leave that one. We'll roll this. Hopefully we get... Oh my god, we're just doing terrible. I'm not going to destroy the lab? Really? Okay, we're going to roll again. Okay, 2 sanity. We're going to trigger our ability, which sucks. But we're going to blow up the lab. So let's see what happens there. Sure, it's not going to be a good thing, but the lab goes kaplooey. Let's see what we got here. Major explosion, deal 2 wounds to all enemies in this or adjacent space. Okay, that's not actually good. Let me tell you why. This is an adjacent space, so the Dark Young actually gained 2 wounds. And see, this is a proper use of his ability. And another one appears here. Whoosh, Dark Young everywhere. We got lots of monsters upstairs. Good thing we're not upstairs. Though, it'd be nice to have not around when the Elder God comes out to fight. Okay, now we have to deal with something else. We are hitting this breakpoint. Good news is we get another die. We do have, and we're going to get to level something up. However, we do trigger this. If your codependent is alive but not in your space, take 2 stress. So we're fully stressed. And then move to your space. So that's not great because she moves here and there's 3 fire tokens there. So I'm going to put 3 fire tokens on her character. She's going to burn, baby, burn. Anyway, she'll probably be okay. She can take the hits. Hopefully just has a good, decent roll. However, she does get to level something up. And I do think we're going to continue to beef up her... No, you know what? Yeah, that's pretty good. 2 spaces away I can attack. I think we'll do that. We're getting pretty good. She's a good marksman with that nasty pistol that she's got there. Okay, that was her leveling up. Now it's the end of her turn. We're going to draw our mythos card. Okay, let's see what we get here. Monsters in the lab. Each fire vampire and Bayaki move 1 space towards you. Okay, that's not bad. Summon a fire vampire and a Bayaki in those spaces. Okay, let's do that. That's all upstairs. These 2 are finally catching on that we're not there anymore, and they're moving out. We're not coming after that thing there. Now this fire vampire has 3 damage on it, so I got to keep moving the tokens with it. Then we're going to summon a Bayaki in the blue space, and I got to get the other fire vampire. There are only 2. They're pretty nasty, so you don't get a whole bunch of them. But look at the monster crowd that's come up in here. Boosh! They're all piling up there to come and assault us. Good thing is I can attack 2 spaces away. And that is a good thing. Okay, so maybe we don't want to destroy the lab immediately. Now that is the end of her, that's that. So now she's in a safe space, so she gets to draw a discovery card. That's good. Okay, let's see what she gets here. Fire equipment. This should come in handy. Oh, I can, oh man. You may claim the fire extinguisher or claim the fire axe. If I claim the fire axe, I can trade it to Rasputin. And he can, I give him when attacking, gain another one if you have the brawling skill. Lots of damage. Or I can gain this to get rid of fire. I think we're going to gain the fire axe. And then I'm going to give it to Rasputin. Okay, so she takes the fire axe. And that is the end of her action there. Then we're going to resolve the end of turn events. Now this is bad because she got 3 fire on her. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, that's not terrible. So only 1 hit and 1 sanity. So these fire tokens go away. We take 1 sanity and 1 hit. Not bad. Okay. Whew. Alright. That was the end of her turn. Now it's Rasputin's turn. The first thing that's going to happen is he's going to do a trade action. And he's going to take the fire axe from her. Naturally, right? Second action is to heal. I'll be ready. So let's look at that. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. And then I think the third action will be to wisely break the case open and destroy the last lab. Baby. So his last action is going to be to attack the lab. Wow, okay. He does, in fact, destroy it. Do I want to re-roll anything? Because that's 2. That's enough. No, there's no damage on that. I take it back. So that is not enough to destroy it. I'm going to put these right here for the moment because I want to see. I think I'm going to spend a stress to re-roll this one. Okay, that's just the same. Why do I keep doing that? God. Okay, roll again. Okay, that's 3 hits. That's not destroying it, but it's 3 hits. So we'll do that. We'll take the 3 hits and the 1 sanity damage on the lab there. Okay, that is not bad. The lab's almost destroyed, and he takes 1 more hit there. Okay, that's it for his round. Now we're going to do is the mythos phase for him. I mean, there's places burning down around him. All kinds of crazy stuff is happening. There are not 3 dark young. If there are 3 dark young within 1 space of you, nope. At the end of the turn, advance the black goat 1. Okay, so far that is not a bad thing. That has been the wimpiest card we've had come up out of the mythos deck. So that's it. That's the end of it for him. That means we get to go back to the kid, who first action is going to be to heal. Goes 1, 2, 3. Now I'm worried about these monsters coming down with the black goat. When we hit that crate, we destroy it, the black goat is coming. It's going to happen because we've disrupted the ritual. So I think she's going to use her cool new marksman ability, and she's going to fire up the stairs. I think the first thing she's going to attack is the... she could finish off the fire vampire. I think we'll leave the damaged fire vampire alone for the moment. We'll attack the other one, the healthy one. Action number 2, she's going to get 3 dice plus 2 dice plus 2 dice for her pistol plus 1 dice. So 3 dice normally. Marksmanship. She can fire 2 spaces away now because she upgraded. 2 dice for the pistol and 1 because she's crazy. Getting crazy as a loon. Let's see what she gets here. She's got some stress to mitigate too. So there's 1, 2. There's enough to easily kill the fire vampire. I think she will burn a stress to see if we can get rid of that. We do not. Result in another hit. She'll take the sanity hit, I guess, and we'll kill the healthy fire vampire upstairs. Her second shot will probably be into, let's see, the Dark Young or the Bayaki. The Bayaki actually do a lot of damage. I think the Bayaki. She's going to shoot a Bayaki upstairs. Same amount of dice. She's in good shape here. Well, not really. Look at that hit, though. Boosh! Well, a Bayaki is dead. There's no question about that. The question is, does she take 2 sanity? Well, if your codependent is alive, she's with her codependent, so she'd level up. Let's do that. We're going to take that hit. It says, if your codependent is alive, take 2 stress, then move to either... Okay, so at the start of the... Yeah, that's okay. Our codependent is alive and we're in the space with him, so we're fine. So what we're going to do... This is getting dangerous, but we need the abilities, right? So if we level up our marksmanship, it says, you may perform 1 free attack per turn against a target not in your space. Because my theory with her is to keep her moving away from the black goat and shooting it with all those dice so we can kill it fast. That's my thought. Or when making any roll, you may count one. We could upgrade our... okay, I think we're going to max out the marksmanship. That's what we're going to do. You know what? She's actually got... She took one hit from fire. She shouldn't have taken that hit. I forget that she has toughness. She's actually perfectly healthy. Okay, anyway, that was her leveling up from her second shot that killed the Bayaki. Okay, now we got to get out our mythos cards here. Take our mythos action from the Book of Ibon. Choose one. Choose an investigator. Either one. If there are 3 or less dark young on the board, summon a dark young. Yes, there is. There's only 2. So we're going to summon a dark. Otherwise, move the nearest 2 dark young. Okay, so we're going to summon one. Ooh, God, does that trigger that other thing? Let me take with 1,000 young. If there are 3 or more dark young within 1 space of you, they're not. They're 2 spaces. So I guess it just means we get more monsters. So this kind of sucks because we're going to summon a dark young into our space. It's going to take 2 damage. And then we're going to bring another dark young in there. So we're going to have some fighting on our hands this turn. Let me get another dark young out. Skadoosh. Now there's 2 there. That's not great. That means Rasputin's going to have to do some fighting. But that's okay. It is what it is. Alright, let's move on from that. So she can't investigate. She's going to have to fight, unfortunately. She's got 2 dark young there to deal with. The news is the master marksman there can shoot spaces away. Anyway, it's going to attack her with these. So the first one's going to attack. Does a sanity damage. She'll just take that. Second one attacks. Does nothing. Okay, that was good. That was good. That was the end of her turn. This has been a long episode. I think I'm going to go to Rasputin. Why not? Let's get him done. He's going to go to his actions and take his first actions against his 2 dark young in the space. Really want to bring the black goat, get the black goat in here and kill him, but I think we need to take care of these guys first. So he is going to have some extra dice. That's good. His first action, I think he's going to attack the healthy one. Now he gets that. He gets that for brawling. Plus, now that he's got the fire axe, he gets an extra die if he has brawling, and he does. So that's going to be it. He is not at a level where he gets an extra dice for being crazy yet, though, so this is it for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, and no... Oh, that's awesome. Totally obliterated him. Boosh. First action, obliterated that guy. Second action is going to be to obliterate the damaged one, I think. Yeah, that sounds good. Wow, just obliterated him. Good rolling. Rasputin is back and forth on how good he rolls. That's 2 dark young down. That means there's nothing left in their space from an enemy standpoint. Does he heal now? Or I think he does. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. There. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go into his mythos phase. We're going to see what happens. Each cultist moves once. There aren't any, all the cultists are dead. Wounded cultists move 2 spaces instead. Nope, they're all dead. Summon a cultist in the yellow space, but this is another... Do we have 3? Oh, we do. Shoot, he's going to activate. That's a bummer. Okay, but we do get a cultist appearing here. Finally, a cultist comes along into this monster den. Now we're going to deal with the black goat. He is not on the board yet. We're going to do this when the black goat summon 1 dark young into your space. Deal 1 wound to each figure in your space. Well, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to pull in 2 dark young, 1 with 2 wounds on it, and then it will attack. Not attack, but each character just takes a point of damage for the black goat moving, and that is his mythos card. So now he's going to get attacked by them. I think those monsters are going to move down. I can use that beaker because there's 3 fire tokens. I'll kill almost everything there. I got to damage the dark young. No, the dark young take exactly 3. So I want all those monsters to come moving down. I'm going to blast them with the beaker if I can. But anyway, right now we're going to take some hits. So the first dark young is going to attack him. Does 2 hits. Do I want to mitigate that? I think so. Let's mitigate one of these. We'll mitigate this one. There we go. Perfect. So we'll take the hit, unfortunately, and then the second one is... Ooh, that's even worse. It's not that bad. We're gonna take another stress to re-roll this one. Okay, good. He took no damage, but he did take an insanity, so he's 1 away from triggering his sanity. Ugh, that's bad because that means we're going to end up... Unless we're at full stress. We can get... you know what? Instead of doing that... No. We'll leave it alone. I'll probably take a stress before I take... No, it's not... It's going to be the kid's turn, though. So... I will... I think I'll take that last stress and see if we can get rid of this. To hit instead. Ouch! That really hurts, but that's the way it goes. I don't have any way to mitigate that. Okay, end of his turn. Okay, we're going to deal with the kid. I mean, he's in bad shape. Luckily, he has another life. If we can level that up again, that's pretty good. But we're not there yet. So anyway, let's take her turn. She's got to deal with the 2 in her space. So the pistol still gives her 2 because it doesn't say attacking at range. It says if you have marksmanship. So she's still going to get a bunch of dice. So let's do this. Okay, she's going to attack the healthy Dark Young first. That's going to give her these 3. She does not get the 2 dice for attacking at range, but she does get the 2 dice for the pistol and 1 for being insane. There she goes. That should do it. And it does. So there's enough damage to kill it. Do I want to reroll that sanity? Let's take a stress to reroll this one because the 3 is enough to kill the Dark Young. And she did it. Okay, so she killed the Dark Young without taking any sanity damage, and then her second action will be to kill the other Dark Young, which does go well. Because she gets to keep one of these, 2 of these. That's enough to kill it. There's enough to kill it, but she can take a sanity damage. So I don't want to completely stress her out. We'll take this guy off the board, so she's cleared her space with their first 2 actions. She's doing pretty good there, but she does take another sanity damage. She's real close. She's getting up there. I'll tell you that right now. Not the best thing. She's doing pretty well, though. I'm pretty happy with how she's rolling out. Now, she's staying with Rasputin at this point, so this isn't a terrible thing, though she will definitely be moving out of the space once we have our big guy come in. There's 1 action left. I think with that, she's going to heal. She's not going to destroy the lab yet. She's going to heal her stress, so she has some in the upcoming fight. Now we got to go deal with her mythos card, but I have to shuffle up the mythos deck first because we had the dark black goat move, and I think that is where we're going to end this episode. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying the playthrough. Again, I think I'm trying to get it to be error-free. We're pretty close, I think. Got a lot going on. We're about to summon the black goat. I've been trying to get us in a good position, but I have a feeling if I just keep drawing cards, it's not going to help. So anyway, we'll see you in the next episode, guys. Take care. I hope you're enjoying this. We're almost done with this one, I think. Well, at least we're about to fight the black goat. That's the cool part. I haven't done that yet, so we'll see what he does when it happens. And see you in the next episode. Take care.